Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. We've got some new data mines coming in from ReasonableMadness, who's shared with us all of these cool images which are meant to be future Atomic Shop items. Now, to say thanks to her, the link for her Twitter page and YouTube channel will be down below, so definitely go and check them out. Now, I've got a whole bunch of different images to actually go through, but before we do, if you could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. The last couple of videos on the channel have kind of just hit a wall for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but if we could really push on and get as many likes and comments as possible, that would be absolutely amazing, and it would really help me get out of this kind of pit that YouTube has thrown me in on the last two for some reason. Anywho, let's dive into the new items. Alright, starting off, we've got a couple of apparel items, and the first one is going to be the Enclave Mechanic hat. In a moment, we also have an outfit to match, but before we do, in alphabetical order, we also have this Fashnat Corn on the Cob mask, which I'm going to presume could very well be a new mask coming to the event. Now, here is the outfit to match that Enclave Mechanic, and it's called the exact same thing, and it's not too bad in a sense. I like the logo on the back, although maybe hidden by your backpack unless you have that setting turned off. There's a few new camp pets on the way as well. First of all, we have a farm cat, which is this kind of gingery one. We also have the Robo-Paw, which is basically a remake of the Collectron that we got from the dog variation, which is something which confuses me even more because we also have that exact Collectron as a pet now, which is going to just be called Robo-Paw. Realistically, actually thinking back, the cat is also just a copy of that Halloween camp item we got, isn't it? So yeah, I guess we're just getting these items to come to life now and walk around the camp in a different way, I guess. Moving on to some camp items, we have a Raider Skull Pile. We've got a reskin of that data center collector thing that we got. This one's going to be Enclave themed and kind of also White Spring themed according to the description. The one that we currently have in the game collects kind of like electrical goods, which is ideal for your daily challenges. So yeah, we'll see how that goes when it comes in. Another collector on the way, we've got the Mirelurk Steamer Raider Mirelurk Boil. So I'm going to guess by the description, it's kind of the same thing as the Mirelurk Steamer, but this is going to be a reskin in a sense of this is now looking like a cooking station. We've got a new display case, or that is what it's defined as, and it's basically just a metal pole. Now, this metal pole can be used to hang on your plushies, so when you craft them at the Tinker's Workbench, you can then assign them to this pole, kind of make them all stack upwards. There's a new floor skin coming in with coal wood. Some floor decorations now. We have the Atom statue, which actually seems an alright size when you look at the second image of it, with a couple of Vault Boy cutouts with the Ghoul Boy and the Ghoul Girl variation. There's a new speed bag coming in with a Raider theme. This one is one that I personally think looks pretty cool, with the actual speed bag being a human skull, which could very well hurt your fist. Some more floor decorations. We also have the Farmer's Market baskets. This is a set, so there must be multiple in this and not just a whole bulk item, I'm going to presume. To match these, you've also got a general Farmer's Market stand. And then if you're into the industrial type of look, we've got this set of industrial pipes. There appears to be two different variations, with a standing up one and a lying down one, which you can go and place around your camp. Another vehicle is on the way with this off-road vehicle, a pretty cool looking one, but again we will not be able to drive this before anyone gets too excited. It is just a camp decoration item. Now moving on to a couple of plushies. There's one here which I actually really love, which we'll get onto in a minute, but to start we have the black axolotl, we also have a purple axolotl, and we have a red axolotl. Following them, we also have the Beelzebub axolotl, which is the kind of endgame boss from the new seasonal event that we got. And then my favourite one is actually this one right here, which is like a mole miner with glowing eyes and glowing hands, and this one's just called Stalker. I'm going to presume this one is in relation to the actual raids, like the ones that one-hit you, but who knows, maybe it's a new thing on the way. There's another decorational item with the floor decor item called the Refurbished Wood Farmer's Market. There's a new shooting target with the Raider theme again. There's more of this Farmer's Market stuff going on as well with this new market stand, which is a tent top Farmer's Market stand. So as you can see, it's got a little roof over it, an ideal little stand for setting up your vendors, I would say. Somewhat similar as well, matching on as well, we have this Corvega tire rack set. There's also a truck trailer linking to the Farmer's Market set as well. And then there's a kind of interesting new foundation that's getting thrown in with the Stilt Foundation, as you can see here, which appears to be a bit bigger than a normal foundation. Something I've not seen in a while, we've got a new furniture item with the cherry bomb ride, let's just call it. Something that we haven't seen in, yeah, quite some time, I would have said. More furniture item, we also have the tiki couch. To match this as well, there is also meant to be a new building set coming in with the tiki camp kit. As you can see here, it's quite a colourful kind of mishmash of different colours and stuff. Not too bad looking set. This also comes with its own tiki porch set as well, as you can see in the images. Followed on by a new Raider workbench skin, which is looking pretty cool, and this is going to be a weapons workbench. Some prefab structures, we also have the Krylus showroom. Looks like a decent size and not to be mistaken with Chrysler. And then we have this really cool looking one called the Coal Tower. It's a very kind of rustic looking building. As you can see inside, it does have a decent bit of space. So yeah, one to potentially look forward to there. Couple of camp utility items now. We do have one which we only have one image for so far, so bear in mind there will be more of these coming in the future with future PTS updates, but this is going to be a new Collectron and it's going to be a Liberator. Also, there's going to be another one called the Repair Bot, which is the company themed Repair Bot. If this is another one of them repair ones, I don't know, does anyone actually use them things that came out? I bought it, like, obviously when it came out and I did a little review of it, but does anyone actually use it at the camp with it going around repairing your camp? There's a new weather station coming in as well, and this one's going to be light rain. I'm going to presume this will still give you the boost to get you catching fish and stuff, but just less annoying than the constant pouring down of rain. There's a new player vending machine coming on called the Auto Vend. A new letter set with the Farmers Market letter kit. And then we have a whole bunch of kind of random items now with the chicken skull, where you've got that, whatever you call them, with a kind of wind chime type item. First look at the new pennant is also out here as well, so if you get involved in this PTS, this is what you'll get as a reward. There's 3 new Corvega wall posters on the way, as you can see here, not too bad of an item. And linking in with that farmer's market, there's also a sign set coming available as well, all just saying market on them in different shapes and sizes. And then for the Nuka-Cola fans, we have one random Nuka-Cola item coming in, which is a pretty decent sized clock. It is defined as a neon clock, so it should light up a little bit as well, so one to keep an eye out for when it gets added. There's a pretty cool new flag getting added in as well with the Rusted Glory flag. Matching with the tiki themed items we've seen earlier, we also have a tiki canopy bed, a Corvega runner, which is just basically a long mat on the floor. A tiki fan is also on the way. There's a new jetpack skin, which I'm going to presume, in fact no, I'm not going to presume because it is a fact. There is also a power armor set to match this, but that's coming up in a minute after the next couple of items, and this is just a specialist jetpack skin. After that, we also have a new backpack skin, which is the Settlers pack, which is very similar to ones that we have had before, but nonetheless it is a new item. And the next one is one that potentially confuses me because this is either going to be a Atomic Shop item or potentially some new unlocks in the Fashnat event, and these are all a bunch of new flares linking in with Fashnat. So we've got the Demon, the Hag, the Minotaur, Scorch Beast and the Winterman. Now, as I said, here is that new power armor skin. It's another Enclave theme one. I've seen people complain about this online, about there's so many Enclave ones where there's just too many of them now. And finally, the last 2 items on the list is a new fishing rod bobber that's coming in, which is kind of like a glowing skull. And then finally, there is a new prefix called Salty. That though is all of the future Atomic Shop items that has been data mined so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and definitely go and check out ReasonableMadness, who shared with me all of these images. Let me know though down below, which ones are you looking forward to the most? Is it, for me, it's got to be the plushie, the little more minor one. I think that's brilliant. But other than that, it's just like the odd little thing that looks quite cool. Nothing too major, I would have said. But now though, that's it from me. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.